Hi, I'm going to be making a dragonfly with wire, with some stones, crystals, and some resin wings, wire crafted rings. So if you'd like, stay and learn how to make one. If you're new to my channel, which I am new, so you are new to my channel, please subscribe, like, comment, and share if you like the content. I'm just now getting started. So yeah, come on in, learn how to make a wire wrapped dragonfly. Because when I started, there wasn't too much out there, so I wanted to share my craft. It's been a lot of trial and error, but I think I've got it down enough to be able to teach you guys how to do it. So here we go. I'm gonna maybe play a little background music if you don't mind, and a little bit of maybe some. I'm just gonna find something nice to put on, and just create some stuff here. So anyway, there's my home. Sorry, I know this is taking a minute. Here it is. Just a little bit of background music here. Janux Pacha, which I will share that in my video. So here we go. I am going to start off with using some 22 gauge wire, jewelry wire. It's just some cheap wire to start out with. I recommend that you start out with a little bit cheaper wire, but I like to make sure to get the stainless steel so it doesn't change too much. But yeah, I recommend using the cheap wire before you go and buy wire, because there's going to be a lot of trial and error and a lot of waste. Hopefully not too much, but just learning how to do it. So here we go. So I'm not saying do it, but anytime you're wire wrapping, it's trial and error, right? So until you perfect it. So we're going to start out with making these wings. These are the wings also after they're done for the dragonfly. I like to, we're going to make the other set for the other set of wings. And we also are going to be using some 18 gauge, also a little thicker wire eventually, and we are going to be using some unakite beads, some rose quartz beads, also some dragonstone. No, I don't have it sitting here, but yes. For the body, you can pick whatever crystals that you want to make. I chose those because there's some different things, because I'm making this for a good friend of mine for her wedding, and I wanted to include some nice good energy crystals in it for her big day. And a lot of it's all about transformation, and that's what the dragonfly is about, transformation. Dragonfly is also a very powerful love animal, and connecting. They make the heart when they mate. There's a lot of spiritual wisdom to be learned of the dragonfly. So, and the crystals. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started. I'm using just a basic pair of wire cutters. You can get a cheap little kit from, any craft store or Amazon or anything like that. And I'm just looking for my snippers right now. Here's my snips. I got these little pink ones. They're just cheap little ones. No big deal. I'm going to cut maybe about that long. Maybe about about 10 inches or so. And we're going to snip. Okay. Now I'm going to find the middle of this because we're going to bring it, right? That's your middle. So you want to take, you put your fingers in the middle here. You're going to bring them around and you'll loop them down, kind of like making a bow. Kind of like that. You're going to kind of remember, like with this one, I'm kind of going by how big of some wings I already have. So once you make your first set of wings, you can kind of base your second set of wings into there. And that's kind of what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the first one and make sure you twist it down. Bring the second one, same, kind of pull them because they are dragonflies. So you want to see how long you're going to want those wings. It's about like so. Make sure they're good and even before we start this, at least on the one side. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to twist 1, 2, 3 times. Pull. Okay. Now again, I always like to go back and check just to make sure that we are real good and like about the same size. Now these are slightly smaller, which is fine because the dragonfly wings on the underneath are slightly smaller than the top. So if we go like that, we're going to kind of look. Those are perfect size for each other. Okay, so you're going to want to make the second wing the same way. You're going to bring it down towards the front, like so, towards the front. We're going to make sure they're about the same size, you know, and then a little slightly bigger because you're going to want 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's your wings. All right, and it's kind of look like a little bow. All right, pull them down, straighten them out. Like so. Okay. Now, I like to, about here, I'm going to push my finger down and kind of create just a little thing, right? Kind of, same thing with that, right? Whatever shape you want of your dragonfly wings is what shape you want. I like to make them a little bit shapy. That's me though. You know, happy little wings, right? Anytime that you are, what I love about the art that I make is I'm an intuitive artist. What I mean by that is usually when I am having the urge to create some sort of art, and it's usually, you know, when I'm having an urge to like, to paint something or to create something, and I'm having this big urge, it's because there's something I need to learn from it. There's some kind of spiritual meaning down to it. There's some kind of lesson I need to learn or some kind of energy that I may need to dive into to help me through something or to understand something, some kind of wisdom I've been praying to learn, or something that just makes sense all of a sudden, you know. And the dragonfly is something that I get urges here and there to make because it's all about that transformation. It's all about learning to overcome, and anytime you have any kind of wings, birds, dragonflies, insects, you're going to be talking about the different realms and diving in between the ancestral realms and back in, and usually a dragonfly visit is a spirit that's come to see you. Is an ancestor that may have come to see you, and I love that too. So I really love the symbolism of the dragonfly myself, and I know most people do because they're so beautiful. Their little heads move around, their little eyes move around. They're so cute, and the close-up of the camera. Okay, so there. I want to make them just a little bit smaller, a little bit skinnier, a little bit straighter, and there they are. See? Okay, and then we can, okay, all right, so they look about right, they match, The smaller ones are going to be on the bottom, so I'm going to put them up underneath of it, make sure they look good. Okay, now this is the part where we're going to start resining. I use UV resin from Let's Resin, and I have the UV light from Let's Resin. I am new at this, so sometimes things that I'm doing, maybe the right way, maybe the wrong way, but it's the way that I've learned, and the way I learn is just by doing things sometimes. So forgive me if it's, not the, I don't know if there's a right way or wrong way, but I'm new at this. So I just wanted to let y'all know that. So stay tuned for the second video. You've learned how to make wire rings so far. So there you go.